Instead of the usual story, which we always start with, I want to challenge you today to grab a piece of pen and a paper and write down 4 questions about your current state of employment. Are you loving what you do? Are you being compensated for what you do? And I mean well compensated. Are you good at what you do? And finally, this is the 4th one that people don't necessarily ask. Are you doing something in your day-to-day career that is bettering society, culture, and the world around you? This is the study of Ikigai. The most valuable resource that all of us have is time. We just don't want retention issues. I'm so thankful. People don't quit their jobs, they quit their boss. Try and help others see the best version of themselves. Welcome back. I appreciate you tuning in to another one of my sessions. If you want to show some love, feel free to subscribe, hit the like button, and add some comments. I'm always going to reply to 100% of my comments. This is who I am. To know me is to know that I care very deeply about creating an environment where people are happy in the workplace. I just finished writing a book on it. It's on Amazon, so shameless plugs all the way here today, but it's a source of pride for me, and it touches on the topic of conversation today, which is Ikigai. During my travels to Japan, I met some really incredible people who opened up my eyes to the concept of Ikigai, which is living a better life, or living a more enjoyable life, or living a life of fulfillment. And to break it up into 4 quadrants: doing what you love, doing what you're good at, doing what you're well compensated for, and then finally doing something that the world needs, helped me answer a lot of questions in terms of why sometimes I'm happy with what I do and why sometimes I'm unhappy with what I do, or at the very least, not feeling a sense of fulfillment. If anybody has ever asked you, hey, are you happy at work? Sometimes you say, yeah, I'm thrilled with what I do. And if anybody ever asks you, well, can you touch on that? What makes your job so enjoyable? Then it can be difficult to answer that question. I think many of us struggle to say, here's why I love my job. Sometimes it's easy. Sure, you might have a great boss. You might be selling a great product. You might be really good at it, but have you ever said, I'm good at what I do, and I'm helping the world, and I'm being well compensated for it, and I love what I do? Because we spend, and I've preached about this 1,000 times already, 80% of our awake adult lives somehow associated with work. It is so important for us to make that workplace as happy as humanly possible. As leaders, especially for people that work for us, they don't always know why they're happy or unhappy or unfulfilled in the workplace. It's okay for us to create a setting for them where we explain what makes one job better than another. If you look at the 4th quadrant of Ikigai, which is, are you doing something the world needs, or are you doing something for the betterment of society and culture? Most of us are probably missing that piece of the puzzle, which is okay. It doesn't make you a bad person if you're not bettering the world with your career. It still makes you a good person if you're compensated and you're providing for yourself and your family, right? Let's not make that the ultimate catalyst. What I am saying is that it's okay to fight for the ultimate catalyst, and it's okay to take a moment and reflect, especially if people have ever asked you, how's work? And your response has been, I don't know, it's okay. Now you can take a moment and really dissect why you've answered the question with the response, it's okay. You might not be checking off one of the quadrants to having a better and more meaningful life. And those quadrants again are, do you love what you do? Are you good at what you do? Are you well compensated for what you do? And are you bettering others with what you do? And now when you answer the question of how's work, you can have at least one of those 4 to speak on. I think what we're finding, especially as we're maturing as a society and we have so many options ahead of us, this is, at the end of the day, at the time of filming, October 2019, very much an employee's market. And some of us are taking financial sacrifices because we want to do something that matters to us, which is a very, very normal thing. I read a study the other day that people are willing to take a 20% pay cut if it means doing something for the betterment of society or something for the betterment of their self-growth. So my challenge to you, this is a short video, not like my usual 9 or 10 minute sessions. Take a moment, grab a pen and pad, or go to Google and search Ikigai, I-K-I-G-A-I. You're gonna be blown away by how many questions this answers for you. And then start asking, do I love what I do? And is it bettering the world? If so, you might be feeling a sense sense of fullness and delight, but you might not be feeling a sense of wealth. Perhaps you're doing something that you love and something that you're good at. If that's the case, you are feeling a sense of satisfaction, but you're not necessarily feeling a sense of usefulness. And usefulness is a very important emotion that people want. And it's good to feel gratitude for the things that we contribute to. All of us deep down inside have that desire. Perhaps you're doing something that you're good at and something that you're compensated for. I think a lot of us fall into these two quadrants. So if that's the case, you are feeling comfortable, but you might be feeling a sense of emptiness. And finally, you might fall into the category of being compensated for something and doing something that the world needs, but maybe not something that you necessarily love or something that you're actually good at. And if you do fall into those two quadrants, then you're probably feeling a lot of excitement, but maybe a little bit of uncertainty. And the uncertainty aspect comes from not knowing if you're good at something or not knowing if you truly love it. And sometimes loving something is a result of being good at it. My challenge to you again today is to write down these questions and see how many check boxes you can knock off. And then this will help you answer, especially when people ask you, hey, how's work? How are you feeling about work? The question of, here's why I love my job, or here's why I'm not necessarily excited or feeling fulfilled about my role. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. I hope you like this one. Hi there. If you like my content, subscribe. It's really, really easy. See that guy right there? This guy? Click on his face. Hopefully you love my content. Hopefully you want more of it. The best compliment you could pay is to hit the like button, comment, and I promise to continue to put out good material for you.